After coming in third, she was asked to be the Bachelorette for season 11.
Oh, I thought he was obsessed with me. And he's not? This is weird. Give us your order.
You get let me guess. You get like a kid's chicken nuggets. Amanda, how's your summer?
Long. It's Melissa-less.
Long. Oh, I know. It's the first time we're seeing each other after a break.
I know. It's been so long. But actually, it's been a great summer. My kids are like in this weird, amazing, fun stage where they think I'm cool to hang out with.
I'm so jealous.
So we've done a lot together.
Wait till they're teenagers and they don't want to be around you. Unless you take them to Costa Rica. Because then they liked me in Costa Rica.
I'm sure they did.
I bought them virgin daiquiris.
Did you go full fun mom? And
I did. We did the zip lining and waterfall rappelling and ATVing and
waterfall rappelling. That
Yes.
sounds like
they throw you off this giant cliff next to a waterfall, and you're just like hanging there, and the next thing you know, you're just going down it, and it was very exciting and fun. And I felt like there were a lot of dads doing it with their kids, so it was fun to be the mom doing it with their kids. I mean, Dad was there too, but we got dropped in something called Monkey Pond or something where they just like drop you all of a sudden, like on the rappel, like. You kind of swing out and then they drop you into the water. That one was a little freaky.
You trust another person to
hey, what's going to happen is going to happen, but I wanted to be the fun mom.
Well, there you go. None of my fun mom antics were near-death experiences, thank God.
Not yet. You'll get there.
Not yet.
And then wakeboarding this on Lake Tahoe and stuff. I'm always trying to. I don't love to I love to wakeboard, but I don't know. I learned late in life, so my goal is just to get up and do it once in a while, so the boys remember. I'm like, Mom used to wakeboard.
Mom can do it too.
Yeah. When I'm 80, I'll still be
like the
popping
boat
up on
mom.
Yeah.
I'm here. Everyone has sunscreen.
Well, it's funny though. Now that Mason and Brady can drive our boat, I don't have to drive it anymore. So then when I got on the boat and had to drive it, I forgot which way was forward and back, and I'm trying to pull off the trailer of the truck.
Oh no!
And not hit the truck. So I was like, do I go back or forward? I can't remember which way. All right, well, let's just try this. And luckily I did it. But
that's good.
It was fun. But it was funny because last week's episode with Mark, we got so many
messages.
I'm craving sausage again because I've been gone and I haven't had my sausage. And everybody wants to know about Mark and his sausage.
How is Sausage Man?
Sausage Man's good. He's good. He's good. He's getting back into it. We got home and the fridge was a mess, and so he's cleaning the fridge, making room for more sausage. So
there you go.
Yeah. By the way, thank you for the remodel here in the studio. For those of you watching on YouTube, look at you pulling in all
a little refresh.
All the Clarissa. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, let's talk about our guest today.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
We've been wanting to get her on.
Whole time.
Yeah, I have text with her from back in January as one of our first guests, but she was doing a tour at the time.
Yes.
So, our guest today was born in Alberta, Canada. Kaitlyn Bristowe was a spin instructor until she got picked to be a contestant on The Bachelor season 19. After coming in third, she was asked to be the Bachelorette for season 11. She was then engaged to the winner, Sean Booth, and they ended up engaged a year later. After hosting a few seasons, Kaitlyn was asked to be a contestant on the 29th season of Dance with the Stars. We have a lot to talk about there.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up victorious, unlike me.
Mirror ball winner.
She went on to tour recently with her partner, Artem. She's been seen in Home for the Holidays, a live on Broadway show, and has her own line of wines. She has a podcast called Off the Vine, which is really fun. She also has a hair accessory line called Do Edit. Since 2018, she's had that. And she has a really fun Instagram page.
Yes, she does.
With lots of brands and fun with her now fiance, Jason Tartick. And you can check that out. You can check out her Instagram. It is super fun. And have you seen it? Her and her husband do this really fun.
I have.
Sorry, fiance.
Fiance. And that bling. I'm looking forward to seeing that in person.
Oh, her ring. Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Well, and did you see the Instagram where she and her fiance do this wine challenge where they fill their mouths with wine and have to slap each other with tortillas or something?
No, but we just recently did this in my house.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Who won?
My sister, who is brutal with a tortilla.
All right, I don't think I understand the rules of this game.
You fill your mouth with a liquid and then you slap each other with the tortilla. But you do rock, paper, scissors to decide who's going to do the slapping.
Oh.
And then if you lose, then you get slapped. And if you can hold on to the liquid, then you go another round.
So I think Kaitlyn cheated on this, so you'll have to go watch that. But let's bring her in. Let's welcome today's lovely guest, Kaitlyn Bristowe. Well, welcome to our studio, Kaitlyn.
Thank you for having me. I'm looking around at all the little knickknacks, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
I know. It's a lot of my paraphernalia behind us, but
paraphernalia?
Amanda, this is my paraphernalia. It sounds like I'm a drug addict. But no, I've got my Sabrina Funko. We switch it up every season. So.
You do? I love it.
But the cat, the neon cat is.
Oh my God.
But Amanda designed it all.
did.
She designed the studio
Really cute.
with flavors of Clarissa and Sabrina in it. So.
It would be the Clarissa's grown-up bedroom. I think.
Yeah,
Totally.
and that's why the pillow says "Darling" over here.
Oh my gosh.
'cause my name was Clarissa Darling.
Did you notice I changed out the wallpaper? It's now
No.
Elvis.
Oh, look at you! You're so
It's
funny.
an ode to Elvis.
Oh, I just
a little-
watched that movie last night.
Is it not the greatest
I was
thing?
actually going to ask you about that. I saw that in your Instagram.
I went
So-
by myself.
which
It
I'm so
was-
jealous of because I always want to go by myself, but I'm not brave enough.
Oh, really?
I don't
It's
do
my-
anything by myself.
Oh, it's my favorite to do things by myself.
Really?
Mine-
Yes. I like going to dinner by myself. I like going to the movies by myself. I like traveling by myself.
Are you an only child?
No, I have a sister, and she doesn't like doing those things.
See, I'm the oldest of 8, and I always blame
Oldest
it
of
on
8?
that.
Yeah.
That's why I think I always need I always had someone to go do
Yeah.
everything. You want to go bike riding? No. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? And someone would say yes. You know. So it's like
That's a good point. That's a good
that's
point.
what I always chalk it up to. But I don't know. I think maybe I'm just a coward in some ways. And I also grew up in New York City where you're never alone.
That's true.
So
I grew up in a very small town where like you're always alone and you have to like use your imagination and like you don't have a lot to do. Yeah.
So did you relate to the book Crawdads at all? No.
My girlfriend just gave me that book. I'm going to read it after the
Oh, you
Seven
haven't read
Husbands.
it?
No.
Oh, it's
Because
so
I need to read it before I see the movie. Do you like reading the books first or
I
see
do.
the movie?
I prefer to read them first. Sometimes I don't have the opportunity.
I try to. Yeah, I feel like I often fail when I'm like, I got to read that first. Then I never see the movie because I didn't read it.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm trying to read it so that I can.
Crawdads is good. It's a little dark.
I like dark though.
The book's
okay.
going to be
Then you'll like it.
fantastic. The book is fantastic. The movie, I hear, I'll let you know next week. We're
Okay.
going to go see it tonight,
Yes,
aren't
let
we?
me know. Keep me posted.
Yeah, so, but I'm looking forward. I was looking forward to seeing the movie till I saw the reviews.
Don't
Oh
read
no,
reviews.
don't ever read reviews.
Did you? Okay, but did you look at the audience rating instead of the?
No, it was Variety.
Oh.
It was the Variety. So the Insider, Hollywood, you know.
We all know professional critics do not get it. It's okay.
I know.
Did they read the book?
No, they didn't.
No.
They never do.
They
No,
just
they
watched
did.
the
They
movie.
compared it to the book. That's
they
what
did?
that's what they did. So that's what scares me is they said that because the book is very much inside her head.
Yeah.
So how do you translate that on screen? Is it with voiceover? Is it with flashbacks? Is it in some sort of a cinematic way? But I think it's just a hard thing to do when
is
you have a book that's really in someone's head.
Well, it's
Yeah.
got 98% audience approval on
Does it?
Rotten Tomatoes. Right.
Okay. Is that just because it's Taylor Swift and Reese Witherspoon? Or-
Yes. Yes, it's all of their fans.
Very
I'm
high
excited.
ticket purchases though.
I am
so.
excited between that and Elvis. So tell us about Elvis.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I grew up listening to Elvis. My mom was obsessed with him. Like she was one of those, like how we have like Bieber fever, whatever it is. She like had Elvis fever and she was obsessed. So we listened to him all growing up. So I never really had the appreciation for his talent. I was just like, that's just what we listened to growing up. And it's Elvis and he's iconic and he's a legend. And so then to like see his story and kind of see what he went through and the pressures and I don't know, and the Austin Butler who played him.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Wow, he
See,
was
that's
incredible.
my husband's problem is he doesn't look enough like Elvis.
Oh, no,
but I
no.
think he does.
In the movie,
and I
for
love.
sure.
Oh, in the
Bob.
movie he does.
Yeah,
Actually, he looks just like him in the movie.
really.
Like
Yes.
there's a point where they mix in like footage of actual Elvis.
Yeah.
And Austin
Wait, you
Butler.
saw it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you saw it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And you can't tell. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to be like, wait, is that real?
It's true. It's
Like
true.
it's that good. Yeah.
All right. Mark and I really want to see it, but the boys do too. So when we first moved here to Nashville and we had 4 days off school, we didn't know anybody. We had nothing to do. And I was like, I was like, you're not sitting on your electronics anymore. It was that really cold. It was that February break when
Oh, yeah.
here in Nashville, we had a huge snowstorm and everything shut down for a week. Huge. It was 2 inches. We
I
just
know.
moved here from Tahoe where it's 6 feet in a day. And we
You're-
were like, this
That's
is,
Canadian me. I'm like,
oh yeah.
come on, you guys.
Yeah, you're from Alberta.
Yeah.
What's the town called?
Leduc.
Leduc.
Leduc, Alberta, just outside of Edmonton. So yeah, I'm like, we used to drive through blizzards and just like snow would never stop anybody there. Yeah.
School goes on no matter how much snow falls.
Yeah.
Unless there's some kind of disaster where there's like an avalanche or something.
Right. That
But
doesn't-
so moving here in like 2 inches, but it was so cold and we happened to go to Memphis. I was like, the kids are not sitting on their devices anymore. We're going to go do something. And while we're here, before we make friends and get too social to go do touristy things, and I heard your podcast, you like to be a tourist in your own city too, you said.
Yeah.
But like, we were like, we're driving to Memphis. I was like, that's it. We're going. We're staying at the Bass
you
Pro
go?
Shop, that hotel, the
Pyramid.
Yeah, which was that was like the kids' highlight.
Did you go to Graceland?
We went to Graceland.
Yes.
And the kids loved it. We're like
Oh, good.
literally walking through the one museum of his like uniforms from the
Yes.
military. And I was like, we don't have to do this one, you guys. Let's go to the cars. And they're like, no, we like this. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You like the museum? Okay, fine. So we walked through all the museums, the airplanes, the mansion. It was fascinating. And now I have, like you just said, I wasn't really like I knew who Elvis was, of
Yeah.
course. but didn't have an appreciation enough. Thought about him as like a drug addict cheater.
Yeah,
who
yeah,
was like
exactly.
a showman, you know.
Yeah.
But then learning about
another
how
rock star.
generous.
Yeah,
So, I'm
so
excited.
generous. Yeah, I did have a little more appreciation after I went to Graceland, but then after watching the movie, I don't know, I also felt inspired after watching it. I was like, you just got to go do what you want to do. And like, yeah, it was really well done. I don't want to spoil it. Obviously, we know what happened, but I just
Does he die?
I wish the ending was more like about how he got there, but it kind of was like abrupt. Like all of a sudden, it was just the end, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, they should have made it longer, but it was
Well,
already
you do
too long.
find
Maybe.
yourself like in that moment, like even though you know the ending, like rooting for him, like please just go with her, go with her,
yeah, it's true. You know,
hoping that it will change history, but it doesn't.
it doesn't. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see that one and Crawdads because I mean those were the funny thing is I've been talking to my kids about the movies this summer, and the movies this summer have been so they're all either people we know or brands we know, and I think Crawdads might be the first one that's not the only one I can think of because Elvis, obviously we know who Elvis is.
Yeah.
What is there? David Bowie, Jurassic World, Minions, like everything is already an IP that everyone knows, and Crawdads is technically because of the book, but at least it's an original.
Yes.
Idea?
Yeah.
It's
kinda
never been
weird.
made before
Yeah.
into a movie.
Isn't it weird that like everything is like has to be branded on something we know?
I know.
It's a little sad.
We're kind of a generation of nostalgia, though. I feel like
Okay, that's a good way to look at it.
our age group of people has seen so much trauma, and the world has changed so much in such a short period of time that our childhood, our teenage years, whatever, feel so comfortable and safe. So revisiting those things,
Sure, we
I
just want
think
the comfort.
That's like me sitting here with you right now. I'm like, this is like a childhood dream of mine. Actually, all my girlfriends are like, what?
You'll change your mind when I get this matcha latte in me and I'm buzzing and I won't let you talk.
No, that's usually me. I love being a guest on, because obviously I have a podcast, so I love being a guest on other people's podcasts. I find it so fun because then I'm like, you get to do all the talking.
I know,
I'll
I haven't
answer.
really done it before. Like having to do a podcast is so weird for me. I keep saying it because it's like I'm not used to being the one interviewing people, so I have to find time to ask the right questions and shut up, which I'm finding a challenge. So
I
There
think
you
you're
go.
great at it.
Yeah,
thank you.
obviously.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about the Bachelor and Bachelorette,
Yeah,
Dance
let's
with
do
Stars,
it.
and all the fun stuff you've done.
Yes.
What was the year that you got on the Bachelor the first time?
2015.
Okay, and then you at the end of that one you were no, it wasn't until the
No, I
Bachelorette.
got dumped on that one. I got
Okay.
I got dumped on season 19 of The
Were you
Bachelor.
heartbro- I don't know much about the show.
No,
so-
it's so funny because I was for like a few days, but that was it. Like once I was removed from all of the like glitz and glam, and actually it wasn't glitz and glam. He was a farmer. We went to like Iowa for our dates. But we like I was heartbroken because I think it was more of like, oh, I thought he was obsessed with me, and he's not. Am I heartbroken because
Oh,
he's
you
not
felt
obsessed with me?
tricked.
Because I felt tricked. I felt tricked. But I got over it really quick. So.
It's funny how they do that, how they mislead you.
Oh,
That's
I mean, I thought
heartbreaking.
he was God's gift to the earth. I thought he
Oh,
was
so you
just.
genuinely were feeling it.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I thought he was cute before I went on. Like when I knew he was going to be the Bachelor, I was like, yes, because I love a farmer. And he was a farmer, and I was like, I'm from a small town, and I used to date farmers. So stupid. But so yeah, I really like fell for it and him during the whole season.
Did they
Like,
make
I
sure
just-
before you get on that you're attracted to the person that's going to be, or did you know?
Yeah, They knew I was. I asked like I wanted him to be the Bachelor before he was announced. Then he was announced, and then I went on. But like this season, there's 2 Bachelorettes, and the guys found out like they had already signed up to go on, and then they found out who it was after.
Oh,
So it just changes every season. But yeah,
So then the season that you were the Bachelorette,
yeah,
that was a season you had. There were 2 women, right?
yes,
And so you won out as
Yeah.
being the Bachelorette.
yeah.
And then what's it like to have all those men fighting for you?
I mean, it was awesome for like 5 hours, and then
That's exhausting.
10 weeks later, I was like, I don't recommend it.
Did you have to kiss a lot of frogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst part for me was like if somebody went in and I really genuinely like couldn't kiss them back. I always felt so bad because I was like, and then they're like, oh well, obviously I'm going home. Like you, because sometimes you have to make good TV too, right? You're like, well, I should kiss them, otherwise they're gonna know that they're going home, and you want it to be a surprise. And I don't know, it was a really weird thing
you
for
have
me.
to act in a set. Like it's a lot of acting.
It was some acting. Like I definitely had to keep some guys around that I didn't want.
Did they ever pressure you into that kind of thing? Like, hey, this guy's really rating well. Let's keep him around.
Yeah, and they didn't really have to talk me into it because I was like, oh, great, that's going to do well for my season. Like,
yeah.
I already knew from night one who I was going to pick. Like, I was pretty sure. So I was like, sure, let's make some TV. And then when I was watching it back,
It's that clear.
Wow.
it got a little foggy towards the end because they don't want it to be that clear. You know, the producers want you to be really struggling between the last few people. And I kind of was, but I also knew deep down, like, no, my gut is telling me that this is the person. And it was always the same person from night one because there's something about a woman's intuition. Every
100%.
Bachelorette, sorry, that's not a right stat. A lot of the Bachelorettes will give out their first impression rose to the guy they end up picking.
Really?
Yes, and it's like their intuition, and the guys, the bachelors, never give it to the girl that they pick.
You know, I have a weird theory about it, the whole thing. Like that on The Bachelor, like men, I feel like need to fight for a woman in order to want to hold on to her.
Yep.
Like I feel like on The Bachelor, it's not usually very successful because the matches aren't really successful because when a guy has that many girls fighting for him, then he's like, I'm going to go out in the world and get so many babes.
Yes.
And they just think they're like God's gift. So why do I have to pick one when I get all these? But then I think it's the opposite when they're fighting for you. I feel like they're a little bit more like, well, I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. And then they stick like, that's why I think the first like
think your
Tristan
theory
and
is bang on.
Ryan kind of like, you know, were the
Yeah.
first ones to stick, I felt
Yeah.
like.
I think you're really bang on there. I think that's a good theory. And I keep making eye contact with this camera.
'Cause it's moving.
I know. I'm like, hey. I'm going to Trista's 50th birthday
Oh,
in
really?
Turks and Caicos in November. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Let me tell you. So I was at the Kentucky Derby. I think it was in 2000. I think it was the Kentucky Derby. Anyway, I was at an event, and it was probably one of the few times I've ever done this in my life. Because people do it to me all the time, but I never
Right.
do it. But we're washing our hands at the sink, like in the bathroom, and I look over and I'm like, "Don't I know you?" And she was like, "I'm on The Bachelor," or at this point, I'm on The Bachelorette, and I was like, "Oh Lord, like wait."
I know, because
It felt so familiar, and it happens to me all the time. And
I
this is
bet.
the only time I've done it, and I was like, "Oh gosh."
I did that too. Oh my gosh, what is his name? He was in, help me out, people. The sleeping movie where they all go to sleep and then they do something in their dreams.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's anytime you need to think of
Friday
something.
the
you're not going
13th?
to- No,
the
no,
one
no,
where they
no.
all die? No.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Remnant. No.
Inception. Who's the guy from Inception? Tom Hardy.
Oh, Harding, maybe? Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
I did that to him. I was working at a restaurant at the time in Vancouver, and he came in and he goes, "Can I take this table right here?" And I was like, "Are you going to buy a bottle?" Because it was bottle service, like lounge turned into that at night. And I was like, "Well, are you going to buy a bottle?" And he was like, and he like didn't know how to say it. And then he was like, "Is Peter Gurgis here who ran the place?" And I was like, "Everybody knows Peter. Like, what do you?" And then I looked at him and I was like, "Have I served you before?" And I was like, "I know you from somewhere." And he was like, "This is going to sound terrible, but have you seen Inception?" And I was like, thought about it. I'm like,
Oh, that's so fun.
"Oh, you're that. Oh,
You're that actor. I know.
have a seat."
But it's so awkward. People are like, "Did we go to high school together? Do you know my daughter? Have you been here before?" I'm like, "It happens all the time."
You're like, I've been in your living room 100 times.
Yes.
Exactly. We have dinner every Friday night.
Yeah. Do you ever say to them like, "I am Sabrina"?
I'll say I'm Sarah Michelle Gellar. And they're like, "Oh yeah." No, they'll be like, "You're that girl from," and I'm like, "Buffy the Vampire Slayer." And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's me." 3 names. Like, it sounds very similar. People get confused. They're like, "Sure."
Yeah. I would probably go along with that if you said that to me back like years ago.
The person that did it to me was Mark Wahlberg in the middle of the Georges Cinq in Paris. He
Oh my
grabbed
gosh,
me by
that's
the. I told you
amazing.
the story, right,
Yes.
Amanda? He like grabbed me by the arm, swung me around, and goes, "Don't I know you?" And I went, "I don't think so." Took my arm away and walked out.
Stop.
It was just so aggressive. It was
Yeah,
so
that is aggressive.
that I was like, "No, don't touch me."
Mark.
My sister was like, "Do you know what that was?" I was like, "Give a crap.
Yeah.
Touch me."
Don't touch me like that. I love it. I hope he like walked away from that being like, I need to do better.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We were young. He was whatever. My sister's like, "You're an idiot. You should have like
He was
just
still like
made out with him."
Calvin Klein, Marky Mark.
I think so. He was just started doing a few movies here and there. I think he just started climbing up the.
Did you let him swing you around now?
19 years married yesterday, but
Oh my gosh, congrats.
thank you.
I knew you were married, but I didn't know 19 years.
But yeah, but I think just had our anniversary. But I think I might
He's kind of
I might just grab him and make out with him.
He's muscly.
Like
I think
Yeah.
he's everybody's type.
muscly.
He's
You like
totally my
muscly.
type. He is my type. He wasn't at the time though. Wasn't. And I just didn't like gruff guys like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I was in Paris. I wanted to be romanced. I didn't want to be swung around by the arm.
So if
Yeah.
he'd come up to you and been like,
If you'd be like,
Bonjour.
"Hey,
bonjour, man."
bonjour, would you like to go to the top of the
Don't I know
Eiffel
you?"
Tower for dinner?"
You
I'd be
would
like,
say-
"Oui, oui."
That's awesome. Yeah, I would say wee wee to him.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so you told me when we were texting about you coming on, you told me that you were really into Grey's Anatomy.
Which is so funny because I wanted a better answer when you asked me that. I was like, oh,
No,
I want
I
like
love that though.
I started in the pandemic. I had never watched it before.
Okay, so you started fresh.
Started fresh, season
Okay.
1, episode 1 during the pandemic.
I love like the not trendy, like the long time good. Like I'm in Lost right now. My husband and I are watching Lost, and we'd never seen it.
Yeah.
And we're like, I mean, it takes these seasons take forever
Yeah.
because it's network television. This was appointment television every week, 24 episodes each season. And there's what season now? Grey's Anatomy?
Up to 18.
Did you catch all the way up?
Yeah, I'm on
Oh,
season 18.
You're caught up.
I'm caught up.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm actually really happy about it.
I went back and looked because you said that. I went and looked in my TV and was like, all right, I'm going to watch a few episodes. And I went and tried to figure out what season I'd stopped at. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I only watched, and it was when it was on
Was
TV.
it season 6? Because that's when everybody gives up.
I think it was, I thought it was going to be like 5 or 6. You gave up at 6?
I gave up at 4.
4?
Oh, what? You missed some good stuff.
I
But
know.
I kept going. I kept
but it was-
flipping through
it
the
was a
seasons,
lot.
and I was like, no, wait, I think I got to like 9 or 10.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So
I don't know how I'm still with it. 18 seasons. Like, it's gotten really. Did you get to? Oh, I know what. You probably got to the one where it was like the musical theater one.
Yes, I was done with that.
Yeah, that was. I really questioned
Unless you're
everything. once.
Scrubs, I don't think a musical theater.
It was so bizarre. They
Episode
like all
works.
broke into song the whole episode.
Oh, really?
You
Well,
don't
every
remember that one?
TV show does that. Every TV show has a musical episode. I was watching Henry Danger
I
with
love
my kids
musicals,
the other
but
day.
not when
They were
I'm
like,
looking for medical drama.
Yeah, no, that's
No, I know it's bizarre, but everyone does it. It's sort of like a hack thing,
Yeah.
right? It's like something that every episode, every show goes to. I wonder if Lost will do it, but
I've seen every episode of Lost.
do they have a musical version?
No.
Okay, good.
But that, I'm obviously not going to say anything, but that show got me through the airing of The Bachelorette.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I was like not okay. And it was like the hardest thing I've ever done. Actually, no, Dancing with the Stars was, but
Oh, I
mentally,
agree. We have to talk about that.
yes. Oh my gosh. And I
an
was
opinion.
just like, I watched Lost, and to take myself to another place, I would watch
Yeah.
Lost all day, every
That's what I
day.
did yesterday on the plane when it was
Dissociate
very
from
turbulent.
Yes.
For a little
Yes.
while.
Oh my gosh.
No, we were. My husband and I were on the plane, flying back from Lake Tahoe, and it was really turbulent on the plane. And we're watching Lost on the iPad. We actually
This
made
is
our
a
kids sit
terrible
by themselves so we
decision.
could sit together. I know.
look
and I was
around
like,
at
we
all
probably
the
shouldn't be
passengers?
watching this.
Yeah.
I know.
And be like, who am I going to be stuck on an island with?
I was like, everyone seems very nice on this plane, at least. Like, everyone seems like they get along. Everyone's being polite. Like,
good.
you know, some people were eating some smelly food, which I thought was rude, but
I
otherwise.
can't. When people eat smelly food on a plane, that's like one of my biggest.
Oh, they like opened it up right behind us. It was broccoli.
no.
and something else. I was like, oh,
Who does that?
I've had some like gags the last few days, guys.
Yeah,
Between the
rotten
broccoli on the plane
potatoes.
and then this morning came home to rotten potatoes in our pantry, which there is nothing like that smell, man.
I know that smell.
It's
Unfortunately,
not a harsh smell. It's just
just gross.
disgusting,
Earthy.
earthy,
Earthy.
so earthy,
So earthy.
like beets.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What is beets are a recurring theme for you?
I know. My husband makes me eat a lot of beets.
I love beets.
I used to love them. I loved them in my 30s, and my husband hated
favorite
them. But now he
vegetable.
makes me eat them all the time.
Why?
Health reasons.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep me healthy. That guy's trying to keep me alive. How
Sausage
dare
man
he?
and his beets.
19 years we haven't had a sausage man. By the way, I don't know. My husband was on our podcast last week. Yeah. And the amount of he forgot he was on it. And he was like,
Was he getting messages about
he's like,
sausage
what
man?
is with everyone saying about why is everyone texting me about sausage? I'm like, by the way, if Kaneka Sausage doesn't reach out and send me like a lifetime
Sponsor
supply,
us.
I'm never eating it again. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you shouldn't.
Because I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
you
good
just got to
stuff.
tag them in it, and then you'll get it.
I know, right? That's a good idea.
I do that all the time. I'm like, I've become so
that how
cheap.
it works?
I love it.
I'm like, I'm going to talk about this, and then tag them in it, and hopefully they'll send me their product.
I love that. Good idea.
We should start putting an address just in our bio. So
Yeah.
every time
PO
we tag
box.
someone.
Yeah.
We'll just start covering the set. Forget my memorabilia. We'll just have
Whatever
brands
they
all
send.
over it.
yeah, whatever they send you.
Here's
Great.
Kaneka sausage.
Yeah.
And here's we can get some great. I don't know. So you said that you used Lost to get through watching. So wait, how long are you sequestered? Like after the show ends? Well, how long are you on the show when you're on Bachelor?
So it was
Bachelorette?
about 10 or 11 weeks.
Holy crap!
Yeah, is that long or short?
Making out with that seems like a long time to be like.
Well, it's a lot of like in between days of travel, and then you like get down to the 4, and then you have to meet all their families. And
Oh wow, yeah. But they don't. You have to go to them. You have to go play. You like you're not just like in one location
Right.
the whole time.
yeah, unless it was the
then-
pandemic, but I got to go places.
Oh, but then when the show, so when you're done filming,
Yeah.
how long is it that you're like not allowed to talk about it, or are you sequestered completely?
No, so we actually got lucky because Sean proposed to me on May 4th and the show started airing May 18th. So it was actually a really quick turnaround. Obviously, we couldn't be together in public till it ended. So then it was
So you weren't together at all during that time?
we would get secret hideouts every other weekend.
That sucks. Can you imagine like being engaged?
Happy engagement.
And like,
I can't see
now you guys have to separate. Bye-bye.
He asked me when we got engaged and we got to spend 2 days together and I had to leave and he was like, well, what's your phone number? And I was like, what's your middle name? I don't know.
Oh my
And I'm
gosh,
engaged to
that's
you.
so bizarre.
It was really crazy. And then every like secret weekend, it's a little bit ruined because you're having to like get to know each other, but also like prepping him for the episode. You're like, I make out with a lot of guys in this one. And like, I actually think I might tell this guy that I fell in love with him on this one. And that just doesn't go over well with anybody.
So everybody watches it live when it's on.
Yeah, I would get the episodes like the screeners before it came out, so I'd have time to like mentally prepare myself and Sean. But that's basically what we would do for that weekend. We'd like have to like talk through. It was just a terrible foundation.
Were there fights about that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's like couples therapy before it even happens.
yeah. Without a therapist.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
right at the honeymoon phase, right as you're like.
Yeah, it was tough
So
foundation.
how long were you guys engaged?
3.5 years, which is a long time.
Are you guys
for-
still friends?
No, I think we could be now. What's funny is he lives in Nashville. I haven't seen him or talked to him. We were both a little petty at the beginning and like bitter. But I think enough time has passed now where like I think we genuinely just want what's best for each other. Like
You guys broke up in 2018?
17.
17, okay.
Yeah.
And then you were on, no wait, that's when you were the Bachelorette.
Yes.
And then you met your
Jason.
Okay.
Yes. I met Jason on my podcast, which I always tell the story on my podcast so everyone who listens to me knows, but your audience might not know that when I met Jason, he had come off a season of The Bachelorette. And I was like, you know when you like date an actor and then you're like, I'll never date another actor. And
They're all the same.
That's what I was like with The Bachelor. I was like, I never want to date somebody from the Bachelor franchise. And not because I think I'm above it or because I don't like them. It's just, I don't know, traumatic in a way.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's lowercase t, traumatic, not big T.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to. And I didn't want to date someone that was like in that world. And, you know,
Yeah.
I've been around enough of those people where I also see them change a lot after they come off TV. Like you said earlier with after they realize how many girls they can get, a lot of guys come off that show and girls just throw themselves at them. And I was like, eh.
And I feel like girls in a way certain girls would want to steal a man who was so publicly in love with someone else. And
Oh, yeah, for sure.
seems like a big game.
It is. And so when I met Jason on my podcast, I was interviewing him just about his experience on The Bachelorette and just talking to him. And I was like, gosh, because he was my favorite on the show. I really wanted him to be the Bachelor. And so when I was interviewing him, I was actually going through a really hard time because I had gone through the breakup and I was talking to him and I was just trying to like hold it together. And I was like, gosh, he made me feel just so comfortable and good and great conversation. And he's such a good guy. And yeah, but I didn't think like
a little butterfly.
I didn't though until later. So he left the podcast and he called his mom and he said, I think I just met my wife. And I called my friend and I called the producer and I was like, you need to make that guy the Bachelor. Like that was my headspace was for him to be the Bachelor because I just couldn't imagine getting into a relationship already after I went through a breakup.
You were trying to send him off to all these other women.
Yes, I really was.
Get him out of sight so he's off my list.
You saw what he was worth, though. You saw what he was worth.
Yeah, I kept saying like he's going to be so. I actually wrote a song called "He's Going to Be Good for Somebody" because that's what I kept thinking. Like he's going to be so good for somebody. Like he's going to just be such a great partner.
And he's yours now.
And now he's my partner. And so we kept talking like friends, and then he tricked me. Great foundation, also. He tricked me because he sent me a picture of a girl, and he said because I am like a really good bro, and so I was putting him in the friend zone and just like bantering with him. And then he sent me a picture of a girl and he said, this girl really wants to take me on a date. Should I go? And I was like, no. And then I was like, oh, I think I have feelings for him. And that's kind of how I realized I liked him.
Oh, look, he roped you in there. Like,
Yeah.
I like that.
And he was like,
you know, it's
okay.
like the way to get your kids to like decide like if they want to eat something. You're like, do you want pizza or chicken nuggets? And then you're like, well, you're getting pizza. And they're like, no, I want the chicken nugget. Like that's how you figure out what you want.
Exactly what he did
like
to
that.
me.
It's like chicken and pizza.
I was the chicken nugget. I don't know.
So Off the Vine is basically
Yes,
the best
responsible for.
the responsible party for
Off the Vine is the name of your podcast.
Yes.
Yes,
I don't
off
know
the
if we
vine.
mentioned that. Just want to make sure everyone out there knows to
Off
go,
the Vine.
go
listen to
subscribe, rate,
Kaitlyn.
review, do all the things we ask you to do here.
Yeah, do it for me, please. Yeah, off the vine. And then, so that's how we met. And then that's how he proposed, was on my podcast.
Oh,
'cause
really?
He was like, that's where it all started. And I really
I
didn't
missed that
expect
episode. I'm
it.
going to
But
go listen to that episode.
it's me just screaming and swearing and crying. And
Oh
it's really
my
amazing.
gosh.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
really
glad
cute.
you have that recorded. And
Well, that's
Yeah.
he didn't even know I was. He didn't think I would release it. He was just doing it so we had the audio and video, and he was just like, I just wanted us to have that, and I was like, I am. Do you know how many downloads that's going to get?
everybody wants to see that.
I am definitely releasing that.
My husband and I
Off
just talked
the
about
charts.
sausage when he came on.
Well, that's what we do now. I mean, I can't. I don't know what you talk about. 19 years later, if you're still
19
talking about
years.
sausages, that's cute.
19 years. We mainly just fight about everything.
Yeah, that's.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like everything.
But like, have you learned how to healthy fight?
We are working on that right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to say we have had some like humdingers.
Yeah,
we have
of
had some
course.
big fights, but you know, it's peaks and valleys, and like I always
marriage.
say,
That is
it's marriage.
marriage.
And but that's the thing. Like if you don't accept the fact that it's going to get rough, then it's not worth it when it gets better. Like I feel like it only is so good when it's also been bad. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like there's got to be.
A lot
And there's
of
just
people don't want to
growth and-
admit that. So thank you for saying
Yeah,
that.
no, I feel like you have to ride through those and you have to recognize them and not think it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
You know, and figure out your way.
I'm
to
dramatic
cope.
though.
Oh, are you a dramatic fighter?
I used to be.
Maybe you know the answer to this because you're on TV for so long. How come they never have anything in cups?
I know everything looks so empty, right?
Like
Boxes,
Grey's Anatomy, they're always like
suitcases.
swinging around. They're like,
I know it's obvious they don't have
coffee
anything in
cups.
it
Yeah,
because
why?
they just don't.
but at least put some water. Or
I know,
something.
put some weight in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I hate that. I'm always asking prop people to like fill up boxes for real or suitcases that are rolling around. Like everything's like empty, just to make it easier on the actors and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But and also so that you don't have spills on set. Like
Right.
there's a lot of reasons to not do it, but it sucks when they do it because you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I'm like, there's nothing in there.
Oh my gosh, we should tell Grey's Anatomy, tell the prop people over there to fill up their coffee cups.
I'm gonna do that. They're like, honey, we are just finished season 18. We're gonna keep doing
We're
what
good.
we're doing.
We're
Yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
think it's working.
And so far, no Game of Thrones mishaps with the Starbucks cup in the set. Right?
How crazy is that?
That was funny.
That was so funny.
That
And then I
cracked
always
me up.
wonder
Someone
if-
had an eagle eye to spot that when no one else did.
That's true, but also I'm like, do people do that to see if that'll happen or like get people talking?
No,
that was a mistake.
No, because
Okay.
someone got in trouble for that.
Okay.
I think someone got in trouble. I think someone got fired, maybe an
Oh.
entire department,
That's sad.
because of what a big deal that was. Or I mean, maybe they laughed it off because it didn't matter and it brought attention to the show in a different way.
I don't think that show needed attention, but
It didn't, but maybe people that wouldn't have paid attention before.
it got me in. That's what I was
don't
like. Maybe I
watch
should
it,
start watching.
so
Are you
and
serious?
I knew
Yeah.
about it.
Did you watch it?
I did, but I
can't wait. House of Dragons is coming out like in a month or something.
quit after a while because I couldn't keep up with the family trees.
Oh, really? Oh, I did a lot of research. And actually, on the set of, I was doing a show called No Good Nick on Netflix, and the whole cast and crew, we did like a 3D. Someone gave me for Christmas a 3D puzzle. And so we just did it as a cast and crew, like a 3D puzzle of the whole, oh gosh, I can't even
that's
remember the
cool.
name of the world. Not Gilead, that's Handmaids.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
Whatever
why
the
do I know
world
that?
is. But
yeah, I know.
and
what you're
that
talking
way
about, but
you
yeah.
could see where each family came from.
Yeah.
Like on the map, if you looked at the map. So I studied the map and the family trees and the
tried.
names and because they all have like, what's her name? Daenerys is also the mother of dragons, is also known
That's
as
the blonde
she's a
one?
Targaryen. Yeah.
See, I like to check out when I watch TV, and that made me like.
It's a
I was
lot of
just like,
thinking.
whoa.
But in a way, what I loved about it, I didn't think I would like it, but what I loved, I got so into it, is it feels like you're part of this. Now I understand Dungeons and Dragons, I feel like, and like why people get so roped in, because you feel like you're part of this secret world. You're part of this.
I do get it. I did enjoy it when I was watching it, and like I tried to get into it because I was like, I want to know, and then I was like, I quit.
What I really loved about it, the thing I love most about Game of Thrones is that no one's safe.
Yeah, no
Like,
one. No,
you-
a main character could.
Oh
be-
yeah, you're like, wait, I thought it was his show.
yeah, yeah.
His head's on a pike.
Yeah.
What's going on? And you're like, I love that because you don't get that. Like
It's
the reason
true.
I check out during car chases is because I'm like, I know he's not going to get hurt in this car chase. Like it's going to be fine. He's not dying. Like
Grey's
Speaking of,
Anatomy kind of did that too, but
People getting hurt and dying, Dancing with the Stars.
let's
oh gosh,
getting hurt, maybe not dying, but yeah.
yeah. Mentally maybe dying.
Y'all
but-
both have this in
Let's
common. And
chat
I'm
about.
fascinated.
Yeah, I'm not a. I wasn't. I wanted to do it. I was supposed to be on the first season. I ended up on the 9th season.
Yeah,
The first season, I think I was doing a TV show and then I was pregnant and so I couldn't do a few seasons. And then I did the 9th season and
who's your partner?
it was Mark Ballas.
Oh yeah.
Was he still on when you were doing it?
No,
Okay.
but I know who that is. Yeah.
So he and I, so we partnered up, but it was a season they had 16 contestants.
Okay.
So they had
Is that
decided to
more
like,
than
yeah, I think it's usually 10.
12 was on mine, but
12?
I think
Okay.
12 was even a lot.
So they went
But
high
that's a
because
lot.
they wanted to do double eliminations and all this stuff. And it was a brutal season. But everyone got the flu and it was like all this weird stuff happened. But I went in, I danced when I was little and it's like what I loved. And I went in, I've told this story before, but just so you know.
Yeah.
I would like had the Epsom salt baths ready. I had I had called Capizio and gotten the clothes and like blister things. Like I was ready to go. I left my children for the first time since I'd had them.
Oh, wow.
And like went hardcore.
Yeah.
And it was so much production. There was Mark wasn't that interested that season in like really performing. Or like really like diving. He wanted to do music more, so his focus was kind of taken away.
Yeah.
But I feel like I went in with like I'm not going to lose. I don't lose, and I didn't get to do any of the stuff I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I was out of there halfway through. So I was like 9th, I think, off, and I ended up not getting to do my quick step with my kid. Like my kids were coming to see me, and I was going to do it to Bare Necessities. I'd picked the song that week instead of Mark picking it, and I'd designed the costumes, and so I didn't get to come back because I did some stupid waltz with the flu. So
You had the flu while
I
you
had
did
the flu. It was so bad, and
no.
everyone else is doing snazzy Latin dances, and I'm doing like the boring waltz in a white dress, like
with
the bride at a boring wedding.
Yeah. The waltz is never
It's not a fun one to watch.
No, it's a snoozer.
Not unless everyone's doing it.
But still, you went far, and so you know the toll it takes on you, like mentally, physically,
Yeah.
emotionally.
Did you find it was like more production than dancing?
Well, I was just so used to so much producing from The Bachelor, so I really don't have anything else to compare it to. So I actually thought it was less because I was so used to.
Okay.
And also, we did it during the pandemic, so the producers weren't in the room; they were over like Big Brother cameras.
Oh, interesting.
So they were like would come on the speaker and like say something. So I actually feel like it was probably more dancing than most other seasons.
Oh, I'm jealous.
But that was, I mean, Artem was cutthroat and like, I don't know. I didn't think it was
Was it his
gonna be
first
like that.
season?
No, but he had taken a year off.
Okay.
And I don't know how many seasons he's done, but that was his first win.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh my gosh, it was just, I think he was going through stuff in his own personal life. And I was like so giddy to be in there. And he was kind of like going through so much on the outside world that he was trying to be there, like, you know, be present during that. But I think he was just, or maybe that's just him. He was just angry a lot.
Well, I feel like some of the dancers that have been there for a while too, they know the ropes, they know what's going on, and they're going to work.
Yeah.
But for us,
Yes.
we're coming in like, I got to hit this hard. I want to win. I want to do the best, and they're kind of like, yeah, I got this. Like,
Did you get injured at all?
I didn't because I didn't dance enough.
Oh, I mean,
You got
Actually,
hurt,
that's not
right?
true.
Oh.
I had a bruised hip, but that's about it.
but I
Bruised
had,
ribs.
that's what I had, bruised rib.
Did you have to do one of those drops
cracked.
into his arm? Was it
Oh,
one
so
of those?
many. But that's not how I did it. He was picking me up on his side and I had to like wrap my legs and something just went crack.
Oh.
And they said like my muscle was torn underneath the ribs,
Oh.
which is actually more painful or like harder to heal than a cracked rib.
So, Melissa, I'm so
Yeah.
excited for you. You've been really working hard on getting your immune system up and going really well and getting your body in shape. What's your secret weapon now?
Well, I've been using AG1. Do you know AG1?
I have heard of this.
It's made by Athletic Greens. It's great. It tastes great. You do a scoop. Oh, no, because I know those veggie things can be not so tasty. This one is pretty yum.
What do
You
you
like
do?
put a scoop in your water in the morning and it, oh my gosh, it helps in so many ways.
So tell me what it's doing for you.
So with one scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, all kinds of good stuff, right? It's
Oh.
lifestyle friendly. You can eat it when you're keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, all the things.
So it's good for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it costs less than $3 a day. So you're investing in your health and it's cheaper than that cold brew habit.
And I love this. They're sustainable too. For every purchase, they donate to organizations helping to get nutritious food to kids in need, including No Kid Hungry here in the U.S.
That's
and
amazing.
Yeah, they do like climate neutral, certified, all that good stuff.
That is amazing. So right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop and a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills or supplements to look out for your health.
Yeah, and to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/WWB.
Again, that's athleticgreens.com/WWB to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Thank you, Athletic Greens, for supporting What Women Binge.
We haven't even talked about the fact that she won.
You won.
Oh, yeah, I won.
And then you went on tour. When did
Yes.
the tour finish?
The tour was done in January.
Oh, okay.
What
Yeah.
was that like?
It was-
post-COVID. You're winner. You're out there.
It was crazy. To win was just like, it's so funny because I grew up dancing too, and my mom was a professional ballerina, and I like
Okay.
had always wanted to be a dancer. And
wow.
all through my 20s, I just kept going to auditions. Like I didn't go to college, I didn't go to school because I was like, no, I'm going to dance. Like,
Oh,
that's-
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like my dream.
Yeah.
I only made it to 12.
Well, I don't. It's better to quit then and then figure something else out because I mean, you blessed us with Sabrina and everything else that you did. But I had to quit when I was like 25 because I was like, yeah, this isn't in the cards for me. But I never like lost the dream. I was like, that's like my heart and soul like loved dancing, and so I was supposed to go on Dancing with the Stars right after I came off The Bachelorette, and the creator of the show was like, no, we're actually not going to let you go on it. You're still under contract with us, and we
Wait,
want you to
remind me,
focus on your
what-
relationship.
What network is The Bachelor on?
ABC.
It is
Same-
ABC. And
yeah.
they wouldn't let you cross over?
So, and they'd let past bachelors, and so I made a big stink about it, and I was like, this is sexist, and like I kind of got in Bachelor's bad books because I was just like, how could you not let me do this? And anyways, 5 years later, they came back and asked me to do it, and so winning, I was like, I am a dancer.
You know, that, yeah.
That is
that's
some
what,
validation
That's what I
there.
expected. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be like, this is what I want to do, and I'm good at
Maybe
this.
they'll
and
have
I
like
wasn't.
an all-star season that you can go back on.
I know. I just need to do a quick step. I really wanted to learn a quick step.
know
Maybe I'll
what?
just go to ballroom classes and just learn.
Let's just get you doing a quick step, and
Let's
then,
just do a quick step.
and then we can make you a fake mirror ball, and
like, yes.
yeah,
That'd be
okay, and then we
fun.
can put it up there.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be great.
I love it.
And then touring was nuts though because it was 3 months living on a tour bus and really dancing every day.
And do you get along? I mean, I guess
got
you
along
get
with
Artem.
everybody.
Okay. Who else?
Artem
was
wasn't on my bus, but we had 2 different buses.
on? Girls
but it
and
was
boys? Is it?
no,
No?
it was mixed up. We had half and half pretty much. Like
Okay.
there's guys on the bus, but really you're just sleeping on it. Like you would.
Yeah.
Get to a city, wake up, go get coffee, do whatever you're going to do in your day, go to the show, get back on the bus, eat and sleep.
Okay.
But it,
Who else was touring with you, though? What other?
it was just me and Iman won the last season of Dancing with the Stars. So it was just us that were the like quote unquote celebrities.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was so fun because again, I got along with everybody and I was like, oh my gosh, living on a bus, like I like space and I like doing my own thing. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do on that. And I loved every second of it.
Really?
Yeah, it was so fun. We'd play cards and drink wine and like
Oh, that's fun.
dance and it was so fun.
We're gonna try that. We're going tiny home camping soon. I feel like that's the closest we'll get to living on a bus, Amanda.
I don't know. Maybe one day.
You're going to?
We're gonna
Oh,
go.
yeah.
We got 6 tiny homes, so 6 families are gonna go tiny camp. We're gonna tiny camp.
Wait.
I'm
our
not
tiny book
exactly
club.
a camper. So we'll see how this goes.
You just show up with food and this, but these are tiny homes. It'll be very different. Well,
Oh, yeah,
there's a
you're not
It's
kitchen.
like glamping.
There's a kitchen and a bathroom, so
Oh,
I think
you're
it's totally
fine.
glamping.
Yeah, you're not.
I
in a
don't have to
tent.
go potty outside.
Nope. It's not even like an Airstream. It's like a little house. It'll be
Oh
fun.
yeah, you're good.
You'll be good. Amanda, I would never drag you out with a tent and a hole.
Oh,
Ground.
that's
Thank you.
That's something that I would love to do.
You like to camp?
I love.
I
camping.
love it too. My
Yeah.
husband's not a big
I like-
fan, but
Really?
I love it.
Neither
Yeah,
is Jason. It's so therapeutic and like you just feel like you're one with the wilderness. I
That's
don't
the
know.
thing. I always feel like, okay, I'm always like doomsday-ish. Like, what do I have to do to survive?
Yeah.
So I love like the idea of like back in the old days, back in Little House on the Prairie, they dipped their own candles, and by the time the sun went down, they had to hurry and light the candles and go to bed before the candle burnt out. Or
Yeah.
like like how do
Simple.
they make butter? And
It's simple, but it's not. I mean, that sounds like it reeks of effort, but like
yeah, more than we think. That's the thing. I think I like to remind myself how hard it actually is.
But it
Reeks
just
of effort. That's a T-shirt.
it is a T-shirt, isn't
I
it?
like that. That should
Yeah.
be your slogan.
That I say it a lot, but yeah, I feel like camping like makes me feel like life is simple.
Yeah.
Like it's simple things like that. I'm like, you just like cook your little meal on the fire and
Yeah.
listen to music. And
I love that part of it. It's
Slide in the
it's-
sleeping
it's
bag.
the bugs.
Yeah. I don't like the
And-
way I feel. Like, I feel like, but although I do kind of enjoy, after a while, the crust on your skin.
Oh,
I sort of
I get
have
that.
to, like, I get home and I don't want to wash it off because I feel protected. But, like, at first it's disgusting. Like, well, in Tahoe, it's
at
so
first
dry.
it's disgusting now. It hasn't happened.
But, like, you get dusty and you have bug spray on and sunscreen and then, like, and then you smell like smoke from the fire and, like, you know,
Love
so
all
you're
that.
just, I don't like that. But then I rinse off a little bit. But then like after like 2 days of that, and the first time I ever did it, I went back. It was a few years ago. I went
embrace
camping.
the crust after a while.
Yeah, but then I was like, I don't want to wash off my protective layer.
Yeah,
Like,
you built that up.
I
You
did. I
earned
was so
it.
proud of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you earned it.
It's
It's
for
like
sure.
when you finally make it to a week without washing your hair.
Yes.
Which that doesn't happen for me. I wash my
wash
hair
your
like every day.
What?
Oh, no, not me.
It's weird for me.
I literally wash my hair once a week.
Once a week.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
I can.
I
Dry
can't.
shampoo and sleek buns.
I didn't wash mine today.
Oh,
and
and
I
you
feel
have the
weird.
perfect texture for that.
It's called thin. So yeah.
It's beautiful.
But it's my hair. I swear this will be like on my grave. Is like all the hairdressers that do my hair. They're like, "Oh yeah, your hair's really fine, but you've got a lot of it." I'm like,
that's
"Why
what
is
people
it?"
say to me,
I
too.
know it's
That's so
it's
funny.
just something that makes us feel better. I'm like, I have a
Does it make
lot.
you feel better?
Yes, because I don't have a lot. I think they're just trying to be nice. I usually just like
I have the
clip in,
opposite
That's
problem.
literally the same thing they say to me. Your hair's like really fine, but you
but
have
a lot of it. It's a thing.
So funny.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
See, yeah, I could
It's
make
one
a
of those-
small country and not miss it.
She's always like, "Is my hair too big today?" I'm like, "No."
I love that. Yeah, if I had naturally curly big hair, I would embrace.
I know.
the heck
I
out of
tried to
that.
use a curler today. I'm learning. I'm 46 and I'm learning to use a curler. I'm learning how to drink. I'm learning a lot of things, you guys.
Here's the thing: when I
20
went
years
on
late.
The Bachelor, like nobody really was doing the like brows and the like makeup and the contouring and so I was just like
contouring.
I was just like slapping on some bronzer and like putting on and had like sperm brows and then now all these girls that go on the show like are like
Oh,
tens
so-
and like so put together and they've got the big bushy brows and the long
It's funny you
thick
say
hair
that.
and I'm like, what the heck, man?
I know. I was thinking about that with my wedding. I noticed recently wedding pictures changing, and I looked back at my wedding pictures. I was like, did I do like crazy makeup on my wedding day that it didn't look like me? And I went and like surveyed it. Other than the sperm eyebrows,
Yeah.
I feel like I had very little. And my friend is a fantastic makeup artist, one of my best friends, and she got me ready for my wedding. And so I'm so thankful that she had the foresight. Like I didn't have like eyelashes. I just had like a little bit of mascara, a little bit of blush, a little, like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Where it was just like natural, but like my eyebrows are probably the only thing that's dating.
My eyebrows are very thin. I just get them microbladed. And
Oh, you do?
Like I just got them colored.
beautiful.
I
feel
just
like I
got
need to
them
do it.
colored and tinted and waxed and everything yesterday. So you're getting
Oh my God.
best
I
brows.
tried to pluck this morning just for you girls. And I was like, I got a lot more
There's
to do.
there's no reason to pluck anything on here. Nothing grows in. It's just what it is.
I didn't think mine did either, but after being gone for 4 weeks and then looking in the mirror this morning
Oh,
with
don't
a good light, I
do
was like,
not
oh crap.
give me that mirror that
Oh,
magnifies. That'll just humble me right out.
That's what
I'm
happened
like,
this morning
yeah,
with me. I was like, oh, I'm in bright light with. Like, I haven't had a reason to put on makeup in 4 weeks, so
right.
I was like off
Did you
gallivanting.
enjoy your time?
I did. I
Yeah.
did a little Costa Rica, a lot of
Amazing.
Tahoe, a wedding in the wedding in Long Beach for my cousin was probably the last time I put on makeup,
Yeah.
which was about 4 weeks ago.
Gosh,
But-
not wearing makeup is one of my favorite things, though, and I'll never forget because we're made to feel like we have to wear makeup, like if something's on camera or like.
Right.
oh yeah,
But it's so. I'll never forget. I was 23, I think, and I was working at a restaurant, and I went in, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wear makeup to work anymore. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. And they had to sit me down after a week, and they were like, hey, it just isn't very professional that you're not wearing makeup. And I was like,
wow.
oh, so my face naturally is not good enough for here. Got it. And it's like haunted me ever since. And I'm like,
Oh, I
I
hate
wish.
that.
I know. I
My
wish.
husband did that to me a little bit. He was like, at one point, he was like, just be nice if you tried a little. And I was like, oh, okay. I think I'd gone like a year or two with no makeup
Yeah.
on. And I was like, around him at least. And I was like, oh, okay. So then when I started doing my show, Melissa and Joey, I started coming home and I would like keep my makeup on. And I wore a lot of makeup on that show. And I came home. I was also had a lot of adult acne at the time. So I was like wearing a lot of makeup. But I'd come home with like, big made up eyes and the eyelashes and the whole thing. And I'd come home and he'd be like, whoa, what's going on? I'm like, well, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
What do you want? It's like, maybe
Pick a
we
side.
could go
Yeah.
somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just do some lip
Full
gloss
glam
and
every night, yeah.
mascara and
No, that's the whole reason why I get eyelash extensions because
Yeah.
I don't want to wear makeup.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I used to do the tinting. That was what I liked to have the tint on the end. That was always my
Yeah, the tint.
go-to.
I
All right,
do like the tint.
we have to ask you our questions.
Oh, I could do this all day. I forgot we
I
were
know,
podcasting
right?
for a second.
I know. We got to let you leave at some point.
Fine.
Okay, so these are our season 3 questions.
Okay.
So, is there a movie that you would watch with commercials?
okay, this is a new one for me. Dirty Dancing. I didn't watch it until like a month ago.
Really?
Which is so embarrassing because I love dancing and I always just thought it was going to be like dumb.
So fun.
No.
It's amazing.
so
It hits
fun.
hard topics. It's like
so
controversial.
Yeah,
It's so
abortion,
good.
everything.
I would-
There's a lot in there.
I would watch
watched-
that with commercials.
Oh, that was one of my childhood favorites, which
Yeah.
it's kind of weird
No,
that
it
my
was
parents
ours
like
too.
let me watch that all the time. But
I'm mad at myself for not seeing it for 37 years. Like,
Wait, I forget though. There's not like a hard hitting sex scene. There's just a lot of dirty.
Yeah, yeah.
dancing,
no,
right?
no,
There's
it's
not
just
like,
innuendo mostly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the abortion
Just
thing
some
is a little
grinding
bit
and-
adult.
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But even that, they don't show anything. It's
Right.
just
Yeah.
yeah. No. They talk about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a book that you read super fast?
Oh, Verity.
Oh,
You haven't read it?
No.
no. Okay, I'm writing
Colleen
it down.
Hoover.
I think it's on my Goodreads list.
Oh, I'm telling you, I could not put that one down.
Okay.
Colleen Hoover, anything though.
What's it about?
I can't even tell you because
Oh, okay.
I'll go down like a dark hole and talk to you for like an hour and then probably spoil it, and I don't want
And it'll be
to.
a
It's
sp-
just
one of those
trust me on
spoilers.
this one.
All right.
What about a favorite show you watched as a teen?
Okay, I was really into Days of Our Lives.
Oh,
Yeah, I loved Days of Our
was
Lives.
that something you did with your mom?
Yes.
Why?
She watches
Yeah.
her stories.
Yeah, the stories. I
Yes.
like it.
Days of Our Lives.
Do you remember Passions?
Yeah, of course, with the little kid.
I was obsessed with Passions.
Yeah, Passions was. I mean, but
magic.
let me just. I just have to say this. Did you ever know? Did you guys have in the States TGIF?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what Sabrina was on.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's my family. I'm telling you, they are like geeking out that I'm here because we would watch it every Friday.
Really?
Well, it was our family thing. Like we would all get popcorn and licorice, and it would be like Step by Step, Full House, Sabrina, and like Mr. Cooper.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Cooper.
TGIF had a lot of shows on it, right? Wasn't Boy Meets
Boy Meets
World one of
World,
them?
which
And then
I
there was
also
something called
love.
Teen Angel. I only know that
Teen
because
Angel
Yeah.
was that
I
one.
guest starred on it. It was like Sabrina with
I
an
do
angel.
remember that. Yeah.
And as a boy.
Mm-hmm.
The teenager was a boy. What else was there? Yeah, there was a bunch. Oh,
Full
Family
House was
Matters.
on that.
Family Matters.
Yeah, Full House, Family Matters. I can't remember what else.
So good.
Okay, what's your like favorite fast food joint?
Oh, McDonald's hands down.
Oh, really?
Nothing beats it.
What is
No.
it, like Big Mac? What?
This is weird.
Give us your order.
You get a wait. Let me guess.
Does
You
she-
get like a
do you
kid's chicken nuggets. You get a
You
kid's meal.
customize your McDonald's order.
Okay, so I went pescatarian for a while.
Okay.
But I like could not get. Oh, I could not have McDonald's, so I would get. Why is this embarrassing? But the fillet of fish with no cheese and add shredded lettuce.
You're gonna make me gag again.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean I'm here for it personally.
It's so
I
good.
can't eat fish from a fast food joint.
I get it.
but
I
it's
know.
like a fish stick.
I've never had
basically.
it. I've never had it. I can't.
It's
I'm sure it's delicious.
it's actually delicious. But all through high school, I ate McDonald's every single day. Every day, sometimes twice a day. And I would get the lady at the counter of McDonald's would call it a McKaitlyn because I would order it every day. And it was a cheeseburger, and then they would put fries on the cheeseburger and then put McChicken sauce, which is just mayonnaise, on top of the fries on the burger. And that would I ate it every day.
Very Canadian,
Oh, it
isn't
was
it?
so good.
Canadian mayonnaise and fries, isn't that
Yeah.
We're
Canadian?
gonna
Yes,
make
it
the
is.
Yeah.
Caitlin a thing.
Oh, it's so good. I'm telling you.
If that starts trending, I'm gonna be
The
very-
McKaitlyn.
Oh my gosh, I need to put it on TikTok. Go viral.
Yes,
You
do.
should.
That's what I'm doing on my way home.
That'd be funny.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
When that McDonald's money comes your way, let me know.
I'm actually trying to get them as a sponsor for my live podcast. So there you go.
There you go.
Speaking of your live podcast, I actually got to see one.
You did?
Yes, it was a while back before COVID. You did one at Zany's.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, good.
With Adam Carolla.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one.
It was
oh, yeah.
really fun, and
She keeps wanting us to do one.
I want.
Oh, you should.
Because yours was so good and so entertaining. I was like, that's the goal. If we ever do live podcasts, that's what I want it
Yeah.
to be.
Oh, yeah, you have to. Do it.
All right.
I'll help you.
All right, we'll try. We'll
Okay.
try. Is there a show you refuse to watch? Like everyone else is into it and you just don't want to watch it?
Oh, yes.
Game of Thrones.
It was Game of Thrones, but then I buckled and I watched. What was the one that everybody was watching for a while? And I was like, I'm not going to do it. And then I did it. I'm blanking on it. I can't even give you a hint. I don't even know.
Like Euphoria or
Yes.
Current? Was it? I don't know why.
Euphoria. Don't do it.
That just popped in.
Don't do it. You'll never have
I
children.
haven't done it yet. I'm afraid.
I won't. I just can't. And everyone talks about it. And I'm like, I can't get into it.
I want to. I haven't tried.
I don't
Station
even watch
11.
it.
I couldn't get through Station 11. That was
Yeah.
one.
Eh.
Loving Lost though. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna be stuck on this one for a few more months because this
Where
is.
are you at in it?
I'm like almost at the end of the third season,
Oh, you got a long ways.
so I'm like halfway.
There's
but
only 6
it's
seasons,
so
but all
long.
but there's like 40 episodes.
Yeah, and they're
per
each like
season.
45
Yeah.
minutes.
Ugh.
It's
John
a lot.
Locke. I have John Locke earrings. I'm obsessed with him.
John Locke earrings.
Yeah, just his face.
What?
Earrings. Yeah.
Okay, will you please send me a photo of that?
Yes,
Because
I will.
that's amazing.
As soon as I get home, I'll show you.
I want to know where you got those.
Okay.
Is there a movie that you just don't understand the hype?
Yeah, like all the you guys are gonna shake your head at me because it's like a man's favorite movies, like Gladiator and like 300. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't
really?
get it. Yeah, I don't get it.
The action movies.
I could see that. But mine's Fast and the Furious. Again, because car chases. I'm like, they're not going to die.
Yeah, we all know
gonna
how
happen
this,
here.
Yeah,
I know I think about is how they're wasting like those cars and like they
Yeah.
just blew up that building and like how much money did that take to shoot that scene?
and like, do we need 20 seasons or 20 seasons,
20 episodes, 20
20 movies.
million movies. Yeah, I know.
Sequels.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Is there a workout that you? This season's all about giving up on things.
Yeah,
Is there
love
a
it.
workout you gave up on?
Running? I can't do it. I always wanted to be like, I'm a runner, and I'm not.
You're my people.
Really?
Because
Yeah, I can't
you
do
were a
it.
spin instructor, weren't you?
Yeah,
I love spinning. I hate running.
yeah, same.
But I want to run.
I want to run so bad, but every time I do it, I'm like, this sucks. I'm so bored.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And my knees hurt.
Yeah, my knees and my
I agree.
hips. I'm like,
yeah.
no.
Not good. I wish I could because then I just carry my sneakers and I have my workout with me.
Right. Yeah, you can do it anywhere.
What's your favorite genre of book?
Like dark, twisty romance,
Oh, really? Like what?
like Verity.
Okay.
Um,
would you put like Twilight in that or 50 Shades of Grey? Like what would you put in that category?
No. Okay. Have you ever read The Paper Palace?
No.
I'm writing it down.
Please do.
What about It Ends With Us?
No.
What?
All right. She has to be in Tiny Book Club.
Okay, we're adding you.
I
to
wanna
Next,
be
Tiny
in
Book
Tiny
next
Club.
week's episode is Tiny Book Club
Okay.
episode.
Well, you
So
should just hang around because we're
t-
going to be here.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
be
what
here.
was the other one? The Paper Palace.
Paper Palace, Verity, and It Ends With Us.
It.
Oh my gosh.
We always need suggestions. We're always fighting. There's only like 4 of us in the book club.
I
We're
can't
always
wait
fighting
for
over-
you to read these
All right.
because then you'll be like, oh, she is dark. But
Caitlin's in Tiny Book Club now.
Yeah.
She's got to be our book guru of twisted romance.
But you have to actually read them. You can't be like Candace, who's our honorary member, who
Candace King.
is there
I
to
don't
drink
know.
the wine and
that.
pretend like she read them.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
I think she has nothing to weigh in on.
that used to be me. And then I actually like read a book once and I was like, wait, I do like reading. And now I've been hooked on reading for like, honestly, I just got into it like 4 years ago.
My husband was like that. He wouldn't read for the longest time, and then all of a sudden he decided he was going to read a book a month for 1 year.
Yeah.
And now it's like a book a week, and I'm so jealous. I'm like, I want you. This one over here reads
Same
like a
thing?
fiend. I don't even understand. I swear you're
Do you
like cleaning the
absorb
house
it?
and listening
Yeah,
to audiobooks.
Really?
I don't listen to them. I have to read
You
them.
read them, which is crazy to me. I
Yeah, I
mix it
don't
up.
like-
I always have one on audio and one I'm reading.
I have an audio one for when I take my dogs on walks. I'll listen to an audio book. But I love turning a page.
Yeah.
The tactile experience.
Me too, because I did Kindle for a little while.
Yeah, I
and
can't
stuff
do
like
the
that. I
same.
was
No,
trying
it's
to
not
be.
the same.
I was trying to be eco-friendly, and
Yeah, I get that.
I like the books.
Well, you just gotta go to the library or do like a local
You know
library
what?
or recycled books.
I'm so going to do because next week on our book club one too, I want to talk about there's in Tennessee there's something called the banned book card. So like the Tennessee books here, like they're trying to support books that are trying to be banned around the country.
Oh.
Like Catcher in the Rye. I'm sorry, what?
Why?
It's like my favorite because people find it inappropriate. I don't know, but you
Catcher in
can't
the
ban books. Like we're in the United States.
No,
It's bizarre.
Why would you ban a book? Because it's
No.
inappropriate.
I understand not letting teenagers read 50 Shades of Grey.
Right.
I don't understand like banning a yeah. So anyway,
I don't
I'm
know
like
why. I saw a meme where it was like, how is a generation that grew up on South Park and Family Guy and Simpsons like so sensitive?
censoring stuff.
Like, I
It's
don't get
true.
it. Yeah.
That's very true. Is there a short podcast you have on like for like when you walk your dogs or driving around or something?
Well, it's not short,
I don't know why I said short.
but it's her name's Gabby Bernstein. Do you know who she is?
No.
She's written 8 books, but she's very much about like signs from the universe and like woo-woo stuff, and I'm so into it.
So what's it called?
Dear Gabby.
Dear
Okay.
Gabby. I'm writing that one
That's
down.
funny,
too,
Dear Gabby.
guys.
Dear Gabby.
And do you have a favorite reading spot, like a place you go to read?
Anywhere truly that if my dogs are cuddled up on me, I'll read anywhere. Like I just love when they're like on my lap. They're 2 golden retrievers, but like they just both
Yeah.
put their heads right here, and I'm like, I'll sit anywhere.
What are their names?
Ramen and Pinot.
Oh,
And you know what's crazy is I rescued them both from South Korea, and their names were already Ramen and Pinot when I got
really?
them.
that's super
And like
cute.
I have a Pinot, and it's my favorite wine.
Yeah, wait, tell us about
We
your
have
wine
to
real
do
quick.
this. Yeah.
Oh, Spade and Sparrows. So I grew up in a very small town. My mom always had a glass of wine with dinner, and I was always like, I can't wait till I'm old enough. And once I did, I was like, ew, I hate it. I hate wine. But once I started learning about wine, I started working in the restaurant industry. and fell in love with like the stories and the process of making wine and pairing it with foods. And so I actually learned under a sommelier working in the restaurant industry for 10 years. And then I had to train servers about wine knowledge, and I just loved it. And so when I came off the show, I was like, I don't want to like slap my name on another person's wine brand.
You could have your
I
own.
want to like make my own, and I'm going to be on like every business call and show up to every meeting and like learn about the business side of things. And
so where do you get your grapes, and how many flavors do you have? Or I don't know if you call it flavors.
Varieties.
How many varieties?
genres.
Let's do it in a French accent again.
Yeah, they're Napa. And so I have a Pinot Noir, a Cab, and a Rosé, and a Pinot Grigio. And I started it 3 years ago, and I honestly can't believe how hard it's been, but like the most rewarding. And it's really like we're in over 175 Walmarts in California.
Oh, wow.
Online, in liquor stores in Nashville.
So we can go to we can actually buy this here in
go
Nashville.
find it.
Yes, I love that. We've been gifted wines before, but they're kind of hard to find, especially some of these smaller brands.
Yes,
So,
yes, you can find it in Nashville. And then we're hoping to get into retail, like everywhere, like Target and.
Where's the name come from?
So I was at this place in Napa when we were doing our wine research and like trying wines, and it's called Goose and Gander, this little place. And I was like, Goose and Gander is a cool name. And it was a little hole in the wall, and we were tucked away in a corner, and we were like, let's just write a bunch of things. Like we had a pad of paper, and we're like, let's just write a bunch of things that like come to mind or remind me of myself and blah, blah. So we had like 200 words written out. And my grandma used to call me Kiss Me Kate, and that's almost what we went with. And but I have sparrows tattooed on my arms.
Oh.
They're actually swallows, but I always call them sparrows. But they're the only bird that remember how to fly home. And I've like bopped all over the world since I was 18. But I always come home to my family, and like I'm so close to them. And every time we get together, we play cards. And I love the spade because it's the strongest suit in the deck. And so when we were putting things together, I was like, Goose and Gander, I want something like that. And then I said Spade and Sparrows, and we were like, that's it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I love that it says on the back, great legs, full body, and the wine's not bad either. Yeah.
so good.
It's cheeky. I like
love
it.
that.
Okay, wait, we have to real quick dig into your emails and see how many
boy.
you have.
I knew
This is
you
when
were
we
going
judge
to
you.
ask me this, and I was like, I'm going to clean out my emails, and then I didn't. So let's.
Mine's probably atrocious after traveling.
Mine's just. I feel like I get so many junk in like so much junk
this
in
is
there
where
too.
I can teach you some tips I've been trying to teach Amanda, which is
Okay,
start a different email address
Ask
and
me
just
for who I
only
am.
but then
put those in there.
but people like know my media email, so they sign me up for all their newsletters, and then it
But
comes
then
to
send
them
it. That's why you gotta send that to
I have
the other.
106 unread.
Oh, okay.
Is that
I'm
bad?
at 87. So
Oh, you're Team Melissa.
You're not bad.
Wait,
yeah.
you know what's so weird is I was at 87, but then I refreshed it.
Oh, really?
And then it went to 106.
That's so funny. Yeah.
What?
I'm at 87. I like to keep it below 40, but
I'm currently at 6,000.
no. Crap, Amanda. We worked on this.
6,837.
But obviously, you don't need to get back to those.
No.
Okay.
No. And I'm good about keeping up
Yeah,
with
but she's
the
like PTO and stuff. Like this girl is like in charge of things.
Well,
and I have not missed a thing I was supposed to.
as long as you
That's
don't.
true. You
that-
do answer, so
Yeah.
I can't blame you.
That's true, but that
How
would
many
just keep me up at night.
Text messages.
Yeah.
Do you currently both have unread?
Well, only because I've been here.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Let me see. Only,
See,
and because
this is what happens. My team realizes that I'm terrible at emails, so they start texting
they text.
me.
Yeah, I have
I
15 right now.
I have 17.
That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, 17.
What do you got? What do you got, Amanda?
I'm not nearly as popular.
You're
as
gonna
you
ask
people.
us.
Come on. I have 4.
4.
4
Well, that's because your husband's here working
from
with
my
you, too.
nanny and the book club.
Since your husband is our producer,
Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze.
he's here working with you. Bless you.
Thank you.
That was the most adorable sneeze I've ever.
Dainty and into
That's
the elbow. Well
that's
done.
just when there's a microphone in front of me. Otherwise, I'm like, "Bleh." No, I actually can't. I actually can't let out a good sneeze. It's something that really frustrates me. I just.
Oh, really?
I like want to, and then it just goes. Meow.
Oh, it's not satisfying.
No, it's not.
It was so
It's not.
cute. It was like a little cat. Like
It's you. It's
Yeah.
you.
Thanks.
Actually, do you know that? Want to know really weird side note?
Yeah.
I was working on a movie in Wales with a ton of sheep. It was Watcher in the Woods, a remake we were doing, and we had all these sheep, and all of a sudden we were like, "What is that sound?" And we were like, we kept hearing "achoo, achoo."
They sneeze like humans.
We were like, "Who is sneezing? We're like step away." And we noticed this tiny little sheep.
oh,
Achoo,
but Oh my gosh,
I was like,
that's the cutest.
But we couldn't roll on it like fast enough. We were just doing sound recording, so we didn't have a camera going on it because it was the cutest thing I've
That
ever
is so
seen.
cute.
Oh my
sheep,
gosh.
A little
sneeze.
sheep
Was
sneezing.
it the kind with the black face and the white?
No, it was just all white.
Y'all-
And a little pink nose.
That's how
Yes.
Instagram finds me. The
Oh,
sheep
you're animals.
videos.
You're an animal person.
Yeah, I'm targeted by animals like on.
Not
They
me.
know me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
They know I'm not an animal person.
all
I had
get.
too many. I grew up on a pond, and I had too many animals die, and I can't get
Ugh,
attached.
I feel
I like
that.
my doggies, but that's it.
Yeah, me too. I'm obsessed. This is fun. I don't want to leave.
Yeah, no, we gotta
Hang
do
on,
it
I
real
have to
quick. We're
figure
gonna
it
do
out.
this or
Okay,
that.
go.
Okay, this is quick though.
Okay.
all right. Superman or Batman?
Oh, I used to say Batman, but I know this is supposed to be quick, but I feel like he's kind of a dick. So I'm saying Superman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Yeah, Superman's a nice guy. It's true.
Yeah.
Spray tan or tanning bed?
No, spray tan. I have one tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
I love spray tans.
I do too. Mascara or lipstick?
Lipstick.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I like a nice clean look and then like a little pop of a lip. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
But I love your lashes, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You know where I stand on
Yeah.
it. Chess or Scrabble?
Oh, Scrabble. I love Scrabble. Yeah, I play Words with Friends still. You guys know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
I
do
still
too.
play that. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I never played that.
Oh, it's so fun.
I do
Okay.
Wordle.
Sand or snow?
Oh, I love both. I recently learned how to ski, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of a natural. I'm gonna say snow.
I kind
Yeah,
of felt that
I'm
coming from
snow.
a Canadian.
Definitely
yeah,
snow.
and I miss it.
Yeah. Wait, you're Canadian. You just learned how to ski?
I know, isn't that funny? I
That's
snowboarded
sacrilege. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's fair. All right. So at least you did something on the snow.
I did
It's like
something
you
on
better
the
play
snow.
hockey or something.
And I did ice skate for like 8 years.
You did.
Yeah.
That's one thing I could never get good at.
Oh,
Tried.
I wasn't that great actually, but I loved
I was a
doing it.
dancer. You probably
It helped.
had some skill. Yeah.
I have no rhythm for any of these things. Balance
you just
also
gotta try.
not great.
Amanda, you got to try.
I can.
Balance
I
are things
try.
you can get better at.
Have you tried skiing?
Yes, it went very poorly.
Oh.
That pizza thing is BS.
That pizza thing.
Oh, what? No, that was the easiest for me. I was like, pizza fries, let's go.
Yeah. No matter what
Pizza did
kind of run
not
I'm
stop
on.
this
Really?
boulder.
Fair enough.
Twizzlers or red vines?
Oh, Twizzlers. We didn't
Oh.
have red vines in Canada growing up, and I tried them and I was like, they aren't Twizzlers.
Oh, really? I would think Alberta may be
This is
closer to the red vine territory, but I'm glad to
This is
hear you're a
actually kind of
Twizzler girl.
embarrassing, but I snuck in Twizzlers to the movie last night instead of buying them there.
You did?
They're just never fresh there.
No, yeah, that's true.
No.
Yeah.
That's true.
I snuck them in a
I have
Ziploc.
to be honest though, sometimes I like the harder Twizzler.
No,
Actually, tonight when we see crawdads, I'm going Twizzlers. I'm trying to behave myself.
I
but
always go Twizzlers and I'm the only one who ever eats them.
I go everything.
I buy them for every
that is such crap because
movie night.
when we went to see the Betty White movie, I
You didn't eat my Twizzlers?
ate all your Twizzlers. I think you handed them to me and then gave them away, and I ate all of them.
I need everything when I'm at a movie. I want sour. I want
Yes.
chocolate. I want popcorn.
I want
licorice.
soda. It's like the only place I'm like soda, and I know I'm not going to be able to say no to popcorn tonight.
You can
I'm
get
gonna have
wine
stomachache.
at movie theaters now.
Oh, I saw you with your glass of wine last
I was
night.
like, I saw the bar when I walked in. I was like, yes, I will have a glass
Yes,
of wine with
I
my
will.
popcorn.
Wait, side note, was that Green Hills?
No, it was the Opry.
Oh, okay, because I saw it was Regal. Okay.
Which I actually thought I was booking my ticket at Green Hills, and
Oh,
it was the
no.
Opry, and I was like,
Good thing you
it's the same
checked.
distance though.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good thing I checked.
I'm
We're
like-
going tonight if you want to come see crawdads.
I want to read the book first
Okay,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
I really
get that, I
do.
get that.
because I really want to see that movie, but I really want to read the book first. My girlfriend
Yeah, you
just
should.
gave it to
We
me.
need to take her to see Elvis.
I'm dying.
You have to.
But I have to.
I wanna
I
see
kind
it
of want to take
again
my
anyway.
kids because they're kind of obsessed.
You should.
I
It's
feel like I need to take the kids because they're
It's
like
amazing.
really into him.
How old are your kids?
16, 14, and 9, and they all love him now. Like they're like, Alexa,
They can-
play Elvis.
Oh yeah, I
can
did that this
handle it.
morning.
Like I would let Riker see it.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, I mean, they already know all about him, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's any information that they're not going to.
And they actually don't dive too deep into the like
No.
drug usage.
And I heard that the Presleys gave their, like Lisa Marie and Priscilla gave their blessing on the
Yeah,
movie.
they liked
oh,
it.
that's nice.
And I just love Baz Luhrmann, so I'm so excited. And
It's so good.
And
It's,
Tom Hanks in it is amazing.
Oh, he is?
right? I watched That Thing You
Yes.
Do last night because it's one of my favorites.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, oh, he went from like this music manager to this music manager in the span of 30 years. Yeah, it was really good. Okay,
we got sidetracked on the this or that.
I know. I
Back
do that
to
all the
it.
time.
I'm the worst at this. Mustache or clean shaven?
Oh, facial hair always.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't like
Never.
facial hair?
No.
Oh, I love it.
You guys can
says
have all
she
the hairy
doesn't,
boys, and I'll
but-
keep all the clean shaved.
Yeah, I like the hairy boys.
She says she doesn't, but then
Does your husband
He
have?
does only because he gets lazy.
Oh.
But I love it when he shaves. I don't even notice. I'm just like, hello, you today. Hi. And then I'm like, oh, you shaved.
yeah,
That's why
every
I'm like,
man that we're out and about, and she's like, "Oh, that one's pretty." Has like
Has
a
facial hair?
giant beard.
That's so funny.
because
Yeah.
I say, well, just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you don't look at the menu. So, he's
Yeah, fair enough.
still looking around.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I check out girls too.
Oh,
I'm not
totally.
just guys. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always like, oh, she's beautiful. Yeah.
TV shows or movies?
TV shows.
Plucked or threaded? This one's always interesting.
I've never threaded.
It's very painful.
I miss
Yeah.
it.
Do not recommend.
I miss threading.
I just
Not
like
easy to find.
waxing.
Yeah,
Big
waxing is
waxer.
easy.
Yeah.
Afraid.
Why?
To
I'll
what?
do my brow
To wax?
but anywhere else, I'm like,
Oh, do laser everywhere else. It's the best.
I couldn't. I'm too blonde.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work on blonde
Didn't
hair.
work.
That does suck.
I do
Painful
not
and
have
then
that-
didn't work.
Yeah, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. Waxing's probably easier then for you.
all right, I have no idea what your taste in music is, but Nirvana or Foo Fighters?
Nirvana, you don't have to say. Well, I love Foo Fighters,
Oh,
But
so this
I-
nailed it. Okay.
but Nirvana is like I have read every book on Kurt Cobain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like fascinated
Have
by
we
him.
entered a micro binge here?
Wait,
What are we-
another side note. Did you ever watch the movie Francis?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes.
Because I was like, you can't really know Nirvana unless you know Francis.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Francis Bean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, his
That's
daughter.
his daughter,
Yeah, that's
right?
Yeah.
But yes, I.
But that's what she's named after. Francis
Yes.
Farmer.
Yeah.
Did you read that book? Will There Really Be a Morning?
Oh my gosh, no.
I haven't read it. I've had it for decades,
What is
but I've
it?
never read it. Will There Really Be a Morning by Francis Farmer?
Is that one?
I think it's what the movie's based on.
Okay, I'm gonna read it then.
Yeah, so
writing it down.
it's a biography, autobiography.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll read it too. We'll read that.
I'm like I've
Tiny
read
book club
every book except for that one.
I was just wondering. I've literally have like an old 1950s copy or whatever, whenever she was
Oh
around.
my gosh,
And I think it's still wrapped in cellophane from whoever I bought
What?
it from.
that's cool.
Yeah, like a bookseller.
I might should buy one already open and keep the one. in-
Yeah, I would do that.
I don't think they have it anymore. I don't think there are new ones.
We should go to McKay's. Have you ever been to McKay's here? It's a used bookstore here in town. It's massive, and it is just like
Oh, cool. I want to go there.
if you like the dig, especially for books.
I will. Here's the problem. I will have 50 million books on my shelf that I don't.
That's okay.
never
We
get
can
to.
take our stack over here and go
Donate it?
donate or give them to them, and then
Yeah, that's a good idea.
buy
That's a good idea.
books.
I like
Love
it.
that.
All right.
Okay.
Let's donate our books, and then we'll fill up the bookshelf with other books we want to read in our tiny book club
our
that
tiny
Kaitlyn's now part of.
I'm so excited.
When you get added to the group thread, don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Please add me.
we get a little. Yeah.
Wait, I love this. Can I
we
actually
meet up for lunch.
Yeah.
You can bring wine. We'll drink wine. We'll talk books.
We've only had one meeting, but next week will be our second.
I
so-
had a book club and we were called the Dirty Bookers, and
Oh,
yeah,
that's
this
funny.
but it
That's a
was
shirt.
That is a shirt too, but it was too hard to get everybody to get. I'm always gone though.
That's the problem. It's hard to get everyone together, and
Yeah.
especially because we have like
that's
Angela
why we have
Lanter,
the
who's out of town.
group text
Candace
is a good
Kane,
idea.
who's on.
Group
Yeah,
text is
but
a
we
good
do what
idea.
we can. And to be honest, like we haven't met since we've all read like 50 other books. So we have some we read together, some we read separately, and we're all gonna weigh in next week. So
Sounds great.
yeah, well, you got to come along and here, cheers.
Oh my gosh, Dolly for
So
president.
fun, Dolly for president. Thanks for coming out, girl.
Thaning you for having me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Long arms.
you got to clink and you got to make eye contact, which we did. We all did.
Oh, yes.
we all did.
Yes.
And then you have to sip.
And then you have to sip.
Oh, this was
Next
so
time we'll
fun.
do it over some Spade and Sparrows.
Okay, sounds great.
Thanks for
Sign
being
me
here,
up.
girl.
Thank you for having me. This dream come true over here.
Aw.
So fun.
Thank you guys for joining us here at What Women Binge.
Can you do us a favor and give us an Apple Podcast review? It helps a lot.
Yeah, and while you're at it, you can follow What Women Binge on Instagram.
And follow me on Instagram at Amanda WWB.
If you like listening to the podcast, you would love seeing it. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/MelissaJoanHartOfficial for full episodes, bonus content, and so much more. What Women Binge is produced by Laugh-O-Gram Studios. Our wonderful theme song was written and produced by my cute husband, Mark Wilkerson. Video production by Matt Giesler and Jay Hawley. Audio by Matt Lott. Production assistant Jen Best. And she is the best. What Women Binge is distributed by Podcast Heat. For more information, visit podcastheat.com. Do you have a question or a comment or a topic you want to suggest for the show? Well, we are listening. Email us at wwbquestions@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.